My name's Tom Dilla. Welcome to the Shorecrest Upper School. In a few moments, you're going to hear a lot about our curriculum, about the many opportunities that exist for students at Shorecrest. You'll hear about our teachers, about our college counseling program, a lot of the successes, quite a bit of data. But I thought I'd start by sharing with you perhaps the most important pieces, the foundational pieces about what we're trying to do with students here at Shorecrest. I think one of those foundational principles is that we believe that students need to take ownership of their own learning. We think that's really important, and you're going to see examples of how we do that, particularly in offering kids choice. It helps for motivation for students, and we know that through science. It also helps in their own preparation for college. And they begin to understand that this whole thing of school is not just their parents or their teachers telling them what to do, but they themselves are actively pursuing learning. There are lots of opportunities at Shorecrest outside of the classroom too, and one of the great advantages, I think, is actually our size. We're not too big and we're not too small. We're large enough to field some very competitive teams, to have some really great performances in the arts. But we're also small enough to enable the opportunity for participation on the field and in those activities. We have a plethora of clubs in the upper school that meet the interests of all kinds of students, from our robotics club, our astronomy club, our Model United Nations. If you're a writer, you can write for the school newspaper. You name it, there's an opportunity for you to get involved outside of the classroom. Our sports teams have been really successful despite our size. We've won the national championship in sailing recently. Our girls soccer team has been in the Final Four. Our arts programs, both the visual and the performing, are state-of-the-art. Our marquee programs, led by professional artists themselves. Come and visit us. I hope that you'll see the opportunities that will exist for you as an athlete, as an artist, as a budding writer. They exist here at Shorecrest, and we welcome you.
Hi, I'm Don Page. I'm the academic dean at Shorecrest and also the assistant head of the upper school. And one of the things I'm most proud about is the choice we offer in our curriculum. We offer over 20 advanced placement courses. We offer an independent study program where students can individually pursue things they're interested with faculty on campus. We offer an agreement with the Hybrid Learning Consortium where students can take online courses that might interest them that are offered by great faculty from around the country.
We also have a number of distinctive programs in the upper school that we think really serve our students well and provide them with an opportunity to learn inside and outside of the classroom. Our Global Scholars program is almost like majoring in international relations while you're in high school. Our students have opportunities to interact with diplomats and different great speakers in the field of international relations. Our Center for Medical Sciences is a new program we've established that gives students an opportunity to learn about the field of medicine and also interact and shadow doctors at a local hospital. And our Service Week program is pretty unique in a lot of ways. We take an entire week out of the school year before spring break and offer a number of different kinds of service activities that are prolonged over the course of that week, that are here in St. Pete, but are also across the country and internationally as well.
A project is an in-depth investigation or study of a topic or theme that is worthy of studying and valuable to learners. It is interdisciplinary, collaborative, and student-driven. Our investigations provides opportunities for students to learn, how to ask questions, how to do research, how to evaluate the information and analyze it, and then to synthesize their research and put it into another form and to then teach it as an expert to an audience.
We've really committed ourselves to innovative kinds of assessment and teaching. We've changed from a school that just does sit-down kinds of tests to more authentic kinds of learning experiences where students collaborate together to work on a real-world problem. We've had students in a history class write a report to Starbucks about Starbucks fair trade policies and the extent to which they help the farmers in Africa, for instance. Those are much more effective kinds of assessments for students than that traditional sit-down kind of test, because they help to motivate students and students can connect what they're doing to the real world.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Blessing and I'm the Director of College Counseling and Student Leadership. If you're a numbers person, I'll begin with the numbers. Nationally, the average of school counselors to student ratio is about 491 to one counselor. That's also the average for the state of Florida. At a local IB program, you might find about 100 students to every one counselor. Here at Shorecrest, my graduating class is about 74. There are 2 of us. Our ratio, 37 to 1. So simply by numbers, I hope I might have your attention. But let's talk about who are the people providing the counseling. We've been admissions officers ourselves. We know what happens behind the curtain. We speak admissions jargon. We also have that experience in counseling. We understand what it means for teenage development and what's happening in their brains and their hormones and all the wiggly jigglies that are happening as we try to navigate them through the college process. How we do what we do, we're also pretty proud of. We will help and support your student in anything from developing that college list, helping them assess their strengths and their interests, who they hope to become, and helping them find the perfect match in the college. We are also helping them take the steps to achieve that success, whether it be reading an essay, whether it be preparing them for an interview. We hopefully do it in some pretty fun and engaging ways, while inviting professionals, those currently in the field, to provide workshops and events consistently, not only for our students, but for you, the parents and the supporters of our students. An advisory program here at Shorecrest means that there's an individual, a faculty member, that will serve as both an academic support system, helping you navigate this great curriculum of choice that we've mentioned, but they're also there to help you tie together those co-curricular activities and accomplishments that you're trying to balance. We support the overall picture, unified as one.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Davis. I'm the middle school head at Shorecrest. Shorecrest Middle School has a lot of different things going on, and I think there are other schools in the area that can compare to us in certain components of our curriculum and our program. Shorecrest is the whole package. We are focused on individual kids, we're focused on their needs, and we are a caring, supportive environment. We're also challenging academically and try and push kids ahead. We're also an innovative school where we're always trying new projects or coming up with new ways of imparting information. Math class is a lot different than the math class I used to have.
Today in math class, we were separated into teams, and our team had to look for different clues and around the room, and using math, we had to figure out the answers to all the clues, and then the clues were steps to the block combinations to open up a box which had surprise. It was fun.
We're also very tech savvy. We don't just throw the kids in front of an iPad and say go to work. We're always looking for new ways to use the technology in an age-appropriate manner and train kids on taking advantage of these incredible learning tools. I think back a lot to my middle school experience and how it wasn't the best experience, and so I look at my job as to making sure that Shorecrest as a middle school is innovative and forward-thinking, is open-minded, but most importantly is a really joyful place to be. The middle school is divided into 2 buildings. We have a 5th and 6th grade building, and then we have a building that's primarily used for 7th and 8th grade. We look at 5th grade as middle school with training wheels. We know that typically 5th grade is in an elementary program. It doesn't matter where the 5th grade is, it has to be a transitional year where the kids get the support they need. The majority of our 5th grade teachers have taught both middle school and elementary school. They get that transition. And so we try and take 5th grade and hold it separately. We do a lot of things together, but we also make sure that what the 5th grade's doing works for 5th grade and what the 8th grade's doing works for 8th grade, because if it doesn't work for 8th grade, they'll be sure to tell us. The most important thing we can do for kids is understand their needs and set them up to be successful, sometimes in spite of what they're going through. We know that kids grow differently physically, academically, and socially, emotionally, and so we can't just look at the biggest kid in 8th grade and say he must be mature in all facets, and the smallest kid in 5th grade isn't the youngest in all facets. And so that's one of the things we constantly are trying to remember and also help the students get through that developmental process. One of the interesting things about Shorecrest is we know that it's not just about the kid, it's about the whole family and the whole community. And so we spend a lot of time trying to communicate and educate parents on things that we feel are important for a kid's education. And we also offer lots of opportunities for parents to come on campus and learn and be involved. And so we might have learning different support groups, we might have discussions on certain topics. I put out a lot of emails giving guidelines on appropriate tech use. And I think the number one question that parents have is this normal? And pretty much we've seen it all before. And sometimes we just have to say that, and then we can talk about the process and the development and why it's happening now. One of the great things about working with the teachers that I get to work with every day is that they've chosen to be in middle school, and we've kind of become middle school specialists. In a lot of places, people take the job that they're offered, but the people who work here like working with 10 to 14-year-olds, which makes us a special group of people. When you're a kid in our middle school, you'll be challenged, you'll be given opportunities to try new things, and most of all, you're going to have a fun time while you're doing it. One of the things I like about Shorecrest is there isn't a typical student, except that in the middle school, our students are all engaged in something. And so if you say, what's a typical student? I'd say a typical student is doing something outside of the classroom. That's a passion or an interest, a sport, an art, service. We try to give kids choices and options, and a lot of them take advantage of it. 85% of our 6th through 8th graders do at least one middle school sport. We just finished a middle school musical where we had 45 kids on stage. We have kids taking advantage of leadership opportunities in service, like the Relay for Life event. Kids are involved, and so we're looking for kids who bring energy and are excited to be doing something.
To give you an idea of the success that our students have had here at Shorecrest, I'll give you a taste of just our last graduating class, the class of 2017. 76 students graduated from Shorecrest last year, and collectively they earned $6.1 million in scholarships. This class of 76 students had 5 students continue their NCAA athletic commitments at the collegiate level. These students went on to 46 different universities in 16 states. We're also really proud that they've gone on to be distinctive within the universities that they attend. We've had a Morehead Cain winner for the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. We've had a Lombardi Scholar at the University of Florida and a Hunt's Leadership Scholarship Program winner for SMU. This year, I'm excited to see the accomplishments of the class of 2018. For a class of 73 students, we already know 10 of them have been recognized by the National Merit Scholarship Program.
Our ultimate goal, by the time they walk across the stage after 4 years in the upper school, is we would like them to be lifelong learners. Individuals that are thoughtful, that are empathetic, but genuinely curious about the world around them. And we think we do a really good job with that. It is part of the intellectual growth that we want in our students, but it's also very much the personal growth that we seek in our students too. About our commitment to character education for our students, whether it's honor, empathy, compassion, a commitment to our core values as a school. It's one of the things that sets us apart from some other schools. We really believe that Shorecrest has become a great place for learning for kids. We have a happy, excited group of students here that are very friendly. I really hope that you will come to check it out one time. The best way to do that, obviously, is to shadow for a day. And we hope that you or your son or daughter will schedule a meeting and come by and check out what we're about for a full day. And you can see that schedule in action.